Hello everybody, what's going on? Jerome here, and today I have for you guys one of the special missions guides for Covert Pops. Now you guys were telling me I should check out some of the new special missions because they added two. I did, and lo and behold I found Covert Pops. Now I haven't beaten it yet technically, but I have a pretty good idea of how I should beat it. I've been watching a few videos on it, and I've also tried some strategies of my own, and it seems like the one I'm about to use will be perfectly fine. So follow along as I use this strategy, and it should reward you with 350 free monkey bucks, because as far as I'm concerned, this mission really isn't that bad. You can easily get through it, and it's more intimidating the fact that you only get one life than it is anything else. So let me give you guys a little rundown of exactly what it is. You basically have to get through every single wave up to wave 50 on hard, but the only difference is that every single balloon in the entire game is camouflaged, and you only get one life. So, yeah, it sounds kind of hard, and I gotta admit, it's not necessarily easy, but it's certainly not impossible. They wouldn't make something that's impossible. That's what I always think. Whenever I see some of these challenges, I think to myself, how can I finish it? And instead of being so, like, distraught about how hard it is, I say, well, they wouldn't add something in that's impossible. So I kind of try and draw up some strategies that way, and usually it leads me in the right direction. So we want to set up two spike factories right there. Now, one guy I was watching put a spike factory here and a spike factory here, and I was wondering why he would do that, because logically speaking, you'd want them kind of towards the end of the maze, if you know what I mean, because the further away they are, the better it is for you. That way they can spawn in more by the end of the round. So just a little bit differently from that guy, I'm gonna go against him and put myself a spike factory right here. I want it close enough to the other one that I can put a monkey village in between them in case I ever want to upgrade, but yeah, I just wondered. I was watching the guy do it. I'm not sure his name or anything like that, and that's what he did. I also watched a few other strategy guides. That's why I don't really remember names or anything like that. I kind of just went out there, tried to learn as much as I could about it before I tried, so I could give you guys my own little interpretation of it. So now, besides all that, you can technically use special agents, but you guys know I hate using special agents on challenges like this. I find it pointless to use money to, as a way to gain money in this game. I guess you could think of it as an investment, but why do that? Because you can only get it one time for 350 monkey bucks. You might as well just try and get that all in bulk, and it's not like there's like a rush or anything. The mission is always there. Especially I don't get the daily challenges because they never even give you enough to compensate really for the use of a special agent. So I don't get the use of them for that, and I'm not going to use them in this guide. So now you're going to want to build yourself a little bit of monkey apprentice. You can put him right about, we'll say right here would probably be a healthy place. So we're going to place him right there, and the reason why we're going to get ready to use him is because he can hit camo balloons with an upgrade of 2 to the right. 2 to the right will give him this magical hat upgrade that allows him to see all camo balloons, and it's really that. It's pretty cheap. It's only $320, as you can see right there. It's called Monkey Sense, and there's really no catch. It's simple as that. The only thing is that, as it says, does not grant camo detection to any other towers, but that's expected, because you got to remember, the only towers that can grant camo detection to other towers are your your monkey village with 2 upgrades to the right, and you can also get the same exact thing from your meerkat spy as a special agent. Either way, not 2 ways that you probably are going to have time to do, because this is a very costly mission for you. Now I'm starting to do a little bit of damage, which is nice. I did upgrade to the fire ability, so he's like being able to hit more than one target at once, and once I get the intense magic, which will give a larger and more powerful bolt, that'll allow him to hit maybe even more targets than just the 2 that he's already hitting, so he'll be quite the force to be reckoned with. Now I'm gonna probably save up right now just so I can get monkey lightning ability. The lightning ability on the monkey village, or sorry, on the monkey apprentice is very powerful and can hit so many targets at once that you can't help but wonder why it isn't, more costly. It actually used to be a lot cheaper, but they ended up increasing the price because they realized how overpowered it was. And unfortunately, not a lot of people found out about it till after the fact, because once they, drew attention to it, like, oh, why is this more costly? People started to realize, wow, it's actually really good, because beforehand they probably could have gotten through a lot of missions a lot more easily, and they could have solved a lot of their problems. On hard mode, it's $920. I think easy, now don't quote me, I think it's around $740 now. It used to be somewhere in the 600s for easy mode, $970 for hard mode. If you're wondering what the difference between difficulties is, just kind of a random little discussion. The only difference really is the amount of money you spend on upgrades. The amount of balloons you will face per round are exactly the same. The tower's abilities are exactly the same. The type of balloons you will face every round are, once again, exactly the same. The only single difference that you will encounter is the fact that the prices of upgrades and the actual towers themselves are much higher. That's going to be the real like selling point between hard, easy, and medium. Besides that, there's no difference at all. Notice how good the Monkey Apprentice is, though, against all these enemies. He's really getting his job done. So what do we do but build a second one? So let's go. So we have a nice little setup now going on like that. I put him in an awkward place, you may think, but I kind of like where he is because I put him in a place where, now let me show you in pineapple terms, he can hit right here. I put him right there so that, you know, he can hit there as well as over here. Gives him kind of like a dual purpose, I guess you could say, so he doesn't just have to only hit at the beginning, and I don't know, that's something very useful. Now remember guys, when you get the Monkey Apprentice, there's no use upgrading anything before you upgrade to the right, because before that he can't even hit any other targets. So really, once again, there's nothing and no purpose at all to not upgrade to the right immediately. Otherwise, you're just wasting your tower. So with only one lightning tower, we're at a little bit of a disadvantage, and these heart-shaped balloons are a little bit of a pain in the ass, because they do regenerate, if you don't know already. Camel heart-shaped balloons, that makes me a little shaky as well. We can set ourselves up pretty nice. Now, if we were to use the any kind of ability or any kind of special agent, if you guys were thinking, well, it's $350, Jerome, I can just spend a little bit on a special agent and get through it. If you were going to do that, which I would not suggest, I would easily and highly suggest the use of the Meerkat Spy. You could throw yourself down a glue gunner, give himself glue splatter as well as balloon dissolver, then give yourself the Meerkat Spy so he can hit any target, and you will literally set yourself up to get through just about the entire thing. It'll be very boring for you because you kind of cheated your way to get there, but it'll set you up to get through every single thing except for the Moab balloon at the end, which the Moab balloon will be a simple kill away because you have so much money stored up by then. You can get yourself a Super Monkey, which you can still put under protection of the Meerkat Spy, and once again, you really you're cheating the system a little bit, but I guess to each his own. I personally don't think it's challenging enough, and I don't like to do that. And I'm not normally one for challenges, so you know that's saying something if I'm like, hey, you know what I mean? You shouldn't do that. It just ruins the fun. But I guess, you know, if you're just trying to get a few extra bucks, why not? We have a lot of money stored up now, and I'm not quite sure what we want to do with it yet. I didn't really, you know, I kind of got the general feel for how to beat these, but the cool part is, though, don't forget is that you do have road spikes, so if the situation starts to get a little bit out of hand, you can throw down a few of your own, and you can get prepared. So I'm going to throw down a bunch of them, being I have a lot of money stored up, and I'm going to get ready. But obviously, as you can tell, these heart-shaped balloons are going to be a little bit of trouble, so I have to be prepared in the future, and I have to learn from my mistakes. So let's go spam these guys now. Let's try and put some units in there, and we should be safe now in terms of that. What we can do, the units that can see them, we can put a Monkey Buccaneer right up here, and we can upgrade that way, and we'll upgrade there. So he has a lot of length, and he can hit a lot of targets. He shoots, he upgraded to shoot faster, as well as shooting with grapes. So he shoots 3 extra targets. So in total, he hits about 4 targets per every second in fast forward mode, 4 targets per every, I don't know how fast forward is, might be 2 times speed, but we'll say, just, you know, in terms of fast forward, about 4 targets per fast forward, which is fast forward second, which is very, very effective. Now the cannon ship does seem a little, like, you know, tempting to get, because it's a cheap upgrade, but save yourself, just save a little bit of money and go for the destroyer. Trust me, take a look at how overpowered he is. Ready, guys? Look how much easier things are now that we have a balloon destroyer right there. And we also have enough money stored up that in case we need, we have road spikes that we can use if they try and get a little bit further than our comfort zone, and we are setting ourselves up perfectly to get past this. The next upgrade we want to get is most likely, actually, and surprisingly for you guys, would probably be a Monkey Apprentice fire upgrade. Either that, or perhaps even building ourselves another Monkey Buccaneer. I think I'm going to go with that, and I'm going to get myself a Monkey Buccaneer right here. If you're wondering why I'm putting him here, it's so that by the time they get there, most likely they are already going to be popped at a lead balloon status, and that's the only problem with our Monkey Buccaneer up here, is that he can't pop lead balloons because he only shoots arrows. So hopefully by the time they reach the second one down here that I'm clicking on, they'll already lose their lead balloon status, or whatever kind of heavy status they have, whether it be ceramic balloon or otherwise, and he'll be able to go to town on them. In a perfect world, I probably should have put a cannon ship up here and a destroyer down here. I just didn't think my army was strong enough to get me past any more rounds at the rate I was going, so I kind of did it out of a little bit of panic, but at the same time, there's nothing wrong with the balloon destroyer. As you can tell, he's probably our most effective unit, or coming close. Yeah, he's quickly rivaling our Monkey Apprentice for the most effective unit. So right here I slowed down a little bit just so I could get the Balloon Destroyer online and see if that's effective enough. Yeah, that is effective enough in stopping them. So we're doing pretty good right now for ourselves, and we should be able to get through this one pretty easily if we just keep spamming these guys. We do have to watch out though, because the Moabs are coming in pretty soon. So the way we're going to get rid of Moabs is actually using some good old-fashioned Spike Factory tricks. We're going to get ourselves 3 upgrades to the right to get the Moab I don't know if it's called Moab Mauler, but it's just maybe called Moab Spikes, actually, come to think of it. So we're just going to upgrade them there to get ourselves some Moab Spikes, and the Moab Shredder Spikes, that's what they're called. And that'll be able to take us through that round pretty easily. If not already known, you can use about 10 road spikes of your own. It's costly, it's $300, but that'll take out a Moab balloon. And to be honest with you guys, I didn't, obviously it's my first time playing it. I don't even know if they're going to put in a Moab balloon simply because it's not camouflaged. So I think that it'll probably be pretty easy. If they do throw in a Moab balloon, we shouldn't be worried. But for some reason, part of me just doubts that they'll even do that. I think they probably just took them out of the game because they weren't camouflaged. I don't think they went through their trouble of creating a whole new unit just for this challenge. Although, you never know. I mean, Balloons does upgrade itself a lot. I just, personally, I don't know. But it did surprise me, actually. I've made it to around 130 before. Believe it or not, they never throw at you a camouflage Moab balloon. And I went to go investigate this, so I went into whichever mode it's called, sandbox mode, to see. There's no such thing. There's no such thing as a camouflaged Moab balloon. It really surprised me. I thought maybe if I kept going further and further, I would find it, but nope. So don't be fooled. You will never find yourself the, we'll call it the mythical, camouflaged Moab balloon. It's not out there. We're going to spam in a bunch of road spikes just to make sure that no one gets through, because at the rate we're going to be perfectly fine. A couple units may leak through, but our Moab Shredder spikes over here, as well as their Spike Factory, will be able to take care of them. Some of the benefits of using a Moab Shredder is the fact that it spews out spikes at a ridiculously fast rate. Take a look at a non-upgraded one to the top and a Moab Shredder. Look at how fast he's upgrading. Very fast. And wow, they did throw him in, even though he's technically, not a camo target. So I'm going to take it slow real quick and see if we can get through him. The spikes up north are not suited to hit any Moab balloons. Yep, so I'm going to use spikes of my own. And bam, we made it through it. That was pretty costly, but we made it through it. And we shouldn't face another Moab. Oh, sorry, that's another thing I should mention. I said before that... Oh, wait, actually, no, that's the same exact round. I was going to apologize for saying before there's no difference between hard, medium, and easy, but there really isn't. For a second, I thought that the Moab balloons came a little earlier, but they don't. They actually don't. So, let's see, we have a nice little setup here. I'm going to start upgrading this guy right here because he's very vulnerable. The northern Spike Factory, he's not exactly doing his job. So we're going to upgrade him a little bit, make sure that his spikes are effective, and we need to get ready for the Moab balloon that is to come. Our problem last round is that we popped the Moab balloon, but a lot of them got through in the form of ceramic balloons. And ceramic balloons are kind of like your worst nightmare in a way, because they are extremely powerful. So what I'm going to try and do is use spikes to, or what do they call it? Yeah, road spikes to pop the Moab balloon before it gets anywhere. Probably I'm going to try and pop it when it comes out of the gate right here or here. That way I can use my, what is it called, Monkey Buccaneers to kill the ceramic balloons, and hopefully you only have a little bit of stragglers going on to hit the spike traps coming out of the Spike Factory. So that's an ideal world, and that's what I'm going to be aiming for. Now right here, the situation's getting a little out of hand, so I want to spam in road spikes, because it's not that costly. We have over $4,000, so no need to store up too much on ammo, or sorry, I should say on money, and you can get yourself back on your feet fairly easily. So we're going to set ourselves up nicely. Now the only time you'll face Moabs are round 46, you'll face one, and round 50 you should face, I believe it is, I want to say 2 blue and then 1 red Moab, I think. Don't quote me on that. That might actually be around 60. No, I apologize. I'm pretty sure round 50 was only 2 to 3 blue Moabs. I'm quite certain. I'm not positive, but okay, here we go. So we're going to pop this guy up here, as I said before. Let's try and pop them. That was a little more than 10. I guess that was more like 50. Yeah, our strategy worked. Look how weakened they are now by the time they even made it through right there. And for some reason, it does take a gap in around 50. It does that for every single thing, whether or not you're playing this camo challenge or not. So just something to bear in mind. For some reason, it takes long, long gaps. I'm going to try and, once again, break through the layers right here. I'm going to start bringing a spike. We have over $5,000 to spend, bear in mind, and this is the last round we have to beat. So just spam in as many spike traps as you can, and you might have a little bit of a sore finger afterward, but you'll certainly beat the challenge fairly easily. So there we go. There's our other Moab balloon ready to go. I'm just going to place these all down right here, and yep, we finished our goal right there. Got some ceramic balloons, and I think that'll be it for the challenge. Yep, so anyway, guys, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I hope this helped you out make 350 monkey money, as well as beating a special mission. Once again, guys, if you are new to this channel, please check out my other content and subscribe. I'd be glad to have you aboard in our community. We're a pretty fast-growing community here. I play Flash player games. I play Bloons Tower Defense all the time. I also play Minecraft. You name the game, and I play it, so come over and subscribe. And to all my other fellow subscribers out there, leave this a like if you did. If you disliked, tell me what you didn't like about it, and leave a dislike on the video. Honest opinions are always nice. Anyway, guys, thank you all for watching.